Okay, so we want to find something to multiply by v, something to multiply by w, so that the result is the vector I plus 7j, right? Okay? Simple enough idea, but let's see what it looks like. Let's draw a picture of it before we try to do it using algebra. Okay? Because it turns into an algebra question. It's a fundamental question in linear algebra. Okay? And there's a pretty neat way. Well, you'll see how it develops. Okay, so let's just draw our v vector, which is 2I plus 3j, so it's kind of like this. Meaning that I plus 7j is going to come over half as far, but up quite a bit further. So it might look something like this. Here's v, here's I plus 7, I don't want to label it from that side, I plus 7j. And that's this vector. And then we've got our negative 3I plus j. Now, any multiple of v has to be along this line, right? At least its initial point is going to be here, and that's where we want the initial point to be, because that's where the initial point of I plus 7j got drawn. Okay? So any multiple of v has to lie along this line, and you can draw any vector then along this line and get a multiple of v, right? Okay? And then any vector along this line gives you a multiple of negative 3I plus j, right? Now, of course, vectors can go any place. They're not confined to one initial point. Although I said in this course, generally we draw vectors from the origin. In this case, we're not actually going to do this. But in any case, you can draw any vector along here, and it's a multiple of 3I plus j, right? And then you can move it wherever you want. Or you could move a multiple of v any place you want, okay? The thing we're going to do, and I'll make it a little simpler for you, we're going to keep our multiple of v. We're going to use this for the initial point of v. And then we're going to draw a vector along this line such that when put head to tail with our multiple of v, it gets us to here. Does that make sense? Can you do that? If you don't totally understand what I just said, I'll draw it for you. But I want to draw, I want a picture, I want a vector along this line and a vector in the direction of this line, such that when I add this to this, I get this. So that this vector added to this vector, head to tail, gets us there. See if you can do it.